I'm Natasha Jackson, and I'm Head of Content Policy for the GSM Association, which is the Global Trade Association for mobile operators around the world. So we've just had a thematic workshop on child online protection, which is an initiative that the ITU has been running for over a year now. We had a panel session with presentations and speeches from all of the main players who are working on the issue of child online protection. So from industry, NGOs, law enforcement, from the ITU themselves, and from policymakers as well. The really exciting thing I think this year is that many of us who are speaking had also participated in WSIS last year and had contributed to some guidelines that the ITU has published on child online protection. And this year we were talking much more about new learnings, where we are, what's new on the issues, and also hearing very much from participants on the floor about what the issues are in their countries, how they're dealing with it, what's working well, and where they can share and where they can swap best practices. So that really was the high point, to get this level of interaction and detail. Well, for example, we had someone from the Ministry of Communications in Iran talking about the difficulties they had in terms of working, say, with industry and determining what can be done in this area. And that was followed up very closely by the Egyptians talking about what they had done in their country, how they had started with a bottom-up solution and all of the things that had worked well for them within similar sort of cultural experiences. So that was just one concrete example where you get two countries who can now work together more closely to share information and learnings from their experience. So that was really good to see. So the issue that we're looking at is children going online, whether that's through mobile phones, on mobile broadband, or through PCs, and going onto the internet and being exposed potentially to content that may not be appropriate for their age, communicating with friends, accessing sites that may lead them into problems, while at the same time recognizing the huge benefit that the internet and online world has for children. How do we, as industry policymakers, law enforcement, and educationalists, make sure that their experiences online are safer and lead them to the outcomes they want, which is getting information and communicating safely? So WSIS for us, as the GSM Association, is one of the key events where we really get to interact with people from all over the world, from policymakers and also from some of our industry counterparts, where they come together and we talk about the same issues. We'll sit and hear from people that we very rarely get to meet in our daily lives, and it really creates a focal point that is very effective in our sort of year of activities on the various issues that we cover.